Hello to my Geminis. This is Queen Amura coming to you with your general reading. All right, let's do it. Let's see what's going on here. So this is what I'm picking up for you all, Geminis. First of all, the solar eclipse we're still all feeling the effects of the solar eclipse. So reset button when we talk about that, right? Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody feels like you running away from something after you lowered to people's abundance and their prosperity, right? And you may feel the same way, right? You may feel like somebody talked down to you, or they treated you like you less than, or talked down to you, or talked to you like you were dead. They were disrespectful to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? And something about this could have been a person you were in a romantic relationship with, right? So somebody you were in could have been in a romantic relationship. Somebody felt like you were their twin flame, and they don't understand what I can just tell you this looking at the cards right here. They don't know what a twin flame is, because twin flames wouldn't burn you. Twin flames, actually, we meet twin flames maybe once in a lifetime, but twin flames would inspire you spiritually to be better, right? They want to talk to you like you were dead, like you were just a non-factor in a relationship. That's not a twin flame at all. That's somebody who saw you as the enemy. They see you as less than anyway, and 9 times out of 10 people find that out when they have to go to court. That this person was never my friend. They never loved me. They never, something for them was just a transaction. It was all about money. That's it, right? So a lot of people have that in common. They don't stop something the first time somebody is disrespectful. They don't even correct somebody the first time something is disrespectful. Somebody cuss you out or go off on you or whatever, and the person just sits there. Okay, that person, they must be having a bad day. No. Bad day or no bad day. Hey, you just crossed the line, buddy. You just crossed the line, right? And somebody says that they love you, but they talking to you any kind of way. You don't talk to your kids any kind of way, because you're basically setting them up for, okay, if a person makes more money than you do, they have more education than you, they can just treat you any old kind of way. No sir and no ma'am. Even if it's your kids, I'm saying this right here, even if it's your kids, you let your kids know, okay, they talk to you a certain kind of way, right? Let me know, and I will deal with it. I will talk to them. I will talk as an adult. Okay, adult to adult, you talk to them, right? But even you won't even be disrespectful. You're not putting your hands on somebody, because who trying to go to jail for real? Some people don't care. They just in and out. They don't care. They what they got to lose. That's in their mind. They feel like, okay, hey, they'll they hurry up. They want to get to somewhere. I gotta talk to some. Oh, sit down somewhere. Bottom line is that somebody, you're whole and complete. You have a great command on whatever your language is, where you can talk to somebody face to face or over the phone or whatever the case may be. And you want to get to the bottom of something. 8 of Swords is not getting to the bottom of something. This basically like somebody said that somebody disrespected them and got you caught up in some kind of a loop. Right? So somebody has now taken the good memory, but you got a sixth sense about something. Let me give y'all what I'm talking about. I feel like somebody is lying to you. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing here in the cards. I feel like somebody is lying to you about something. This is a loved one who is lying to you about something. You got a loved one that's basically saying to you, because you never gained any clarity. And this is how people get stuff all mixed up and all turned around and just ridiculous, right? This is why somebody is going through a tower moment. I don't even feel like this is you, because I feel like this is a family member. One, you never witnessed somebody being disrespectful to this family member, okay? 2, somebody just coming off the top saying, oh, this person disrespected me and such and such and such and such. So people buy into this whole, like my family, if somebody do this to my family, I'm gonna do such and such. That means you already on 10. Okay, that means you're already, already ready to, you ready to pounce on something without even getting to the bottom of something. And this is how people get arrested. This right here, how people get arrested. This right here, this is how people come into legal problems and get arrested, right? They assume somebody talking about somebody behind their back. I feel like you got a family member. There's a couple that's basically saying somebody says somebody talked down to somebody, right? And now everybody's like, oh, if they would have said that to me, I would have done such a... Listen, first of all, if you never witnessed somebody being disrespectful and you hear for years somebody was always very kind and very respectful and so on and so forth, somebody must have picked up on something having to do with a Scorpio that's in a relationship with something, and got somebody looped into something. When a person doesn't feel safe, what do they get? A pet, right? So somebody must have said to somebody that you love that they don't feel safe around them, and them and their kids don't feel safe around them anymore, right? That is not getting to the root of something. That's not getting to the root of something. We all know our family members enough to know how our family members' mouths are. All of us. That's literally everybody. You like, okay, yeah, that do sound like something they would say. At some point, people mature and say, okay, check your family. If that's your mom, your dad, or whatever, you know what? I know how your mouth is. How all of a sudden, one time, somebody's being disrespectful to you, because I'm seeing this number 1 here, right? Somebody had a sixth sense about something that somebody, they're not themselves anymore. They literally probably be dressing in black all the time. And I'm not talking about any religious group of people at all. I would respect all people's religions and their belief systems. But I'm saying somebody literally looks like they have the spirit of death all over them. Right? Like they've done something that they can't really recover from mentally. Like something happened that they couldn't recover from mentally, right? Possibly with a lover. Something happened behind closed doors with somebody where when they look in the mirror, they don't know what they see when they look in the mirror. We're not talking about somebody got cosmetic surgery, because that when I hear people say, oh, that person, they don't even, it's usually coming from one group of people that's saying people don't know who they are when they look in the mirror. Every other kind of race and culture may say, oh yeah, they got their nose done, they got their lips injected, they got their teeth fixed, or they got people are getting hair transplants and all that. You only hear about it usually from one group of people that's saying, oh, they don't know who they are and all this other mess. We're not talking about that. We're talking about somebody saying that somebody disrespected somebody. Why all of a sudden? Because something was said in a conversation that somebody and their kids don't feel safe anymore around certain energies, right? Y'all got to remember, a lot of people are having a total recall. Total recall can mean that somebody is starting to go back all the way back for many, many, many years and start to realize, okay, you got a family member who talks down to people a lot. Whoever you are, they just come out their mouth and say anything to people. And when people stand up to them, then they come back with somebody disrespected me. Everybody has that kind of family member. Everybody. Every human has that kind of person in their family. They be talking to people any old kind of way, and as soon as somebody corrects them, even if it's in love, then they go spin a narrative and say that somebody disrespected them. Instead of them saying, you know what, my bad, I'm wrong. I shouldn't have talked to you that way. Everybody has that family member. It doesn't matter who you are. And when people start checking their own family members, because somebody now is justifying why they did what they did to somebody, because something for them was purely transactional. This is in your family. Something was purely transactional. They was getting paid for something, and now that they've been cut off, whoever this family member is, that's why I don't think it's you. Now that they're gonna, anything that's gonna get them some money, get them paid. This is a man and a woman in your family. It could be a mother and a son. It could be a husband and a wife. That's a karmic couple. They're caught in some kind of a karmic loop that they cannot get out of, and something having to do with money. Something having to do with money. Something having to do with a Taurus is involved in something. A Scorpio is involved in something. A Gemini or a Virgo could be involved in something. A Taurus or a religious organization could be involved in something. A Leo or an Aquarius could somehow be involved. And Aries is at the root of something having to do with lowering. It's two other people. But basically people are saying that these energies, in other words, however you're involved in something, Gemini, is basically people are saying that it is their physical duty and responsibility to be two people's karma. Okay, that's basically like a person that's playing God. They're saying, I can't see a person. Personally, I'm not waiting around for somebody's karma. And I've had some messed up stuff done to me by people. I'm talking about real messed up. I'm like, you know what? Karma can do a much better job than I can. Let me just move out the way. That takes an enormous lot of strength. That takes a lot of strength to not really let somebody have it. But the most powerful message you can send a person is say, you know what? Let me just hurry up and leave. Let me just go ahead and leave. You're an air sign. Let me just go ahead and leave. Let me just leave. Let me get as far away from them as possible and let the tower fall. Somebody felt like they wanted to be another person's karma. All you do is throw yourself into a karmic cycle when you decide you want to be somebody else's karma. You jump on a bandwagon. This is somebody's family member. I don't even think this is you. You, like, certain family members, if people start correcting their own family members and saying, nah, you just talk to people any old kind of way, and if somebody finally decided to stand up to you, it's about time. Because somebody didn't really love somebody. For them, it was just simply a transaction. And now they're telling people, people are telling, oh, after all I did for them, and you know, all I did it for a man and a woman. This was the couple, the two energies are saying, and I lost all of this money because something was purely transactional. When you hear loved ones say, throwing up in somebody's face, they love somebody, but after all I did for somebody, something was purely a transaction. It's something else you don't know. You still haven't gained any clarity, because somebody's never going to tell you the truth about how much money they were getting paid to even look after two people. They were getting paid. Some kind of lie was being told by somebody's family that somebody died, or some kind of lie around something where people were getting paid money. The best is yet to come. You're healing from the pain that they caused. They want the best for you. You are protected and loved. A lot of people are discovering what family was doing, you know, when they left the house, you know, and people was like, oh yeah, they don't look like you know, they look like a zombie, you know, and people running around asking all these questions. I mean, you know, well, how were they? Was their hair disheveled? And people getting checks until your stars started shining bright, and people was like, wait a minute, that person is not. I thought you said that person. What? Okay, now somebody got some explaining to do. Somebody not dead. Somebody got some explaining to do. There's a lot of stuff happening that people overstep some boundaries. You got some heal people move differently. Heal people move differently. Somebody's still telling lies about you, but guess what? You don't care. And I'm glad you don't. So here we have document your dreams day and night. Your gifts have increased. Your spiritual gifts have increased, right? At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? You got a couple that's going to jail. There is a couple that is going to jail. They're so busy trying to restrict people for money that they are going to jail. They've been doing something for a long time around money. And this time they overstepped the boundary with two people, because these two people are stars. And they talking. Somebody is talking. Somebody is saying, hold on. Hold the freaking phone. Yeah, somebody's saying, hell nah. Dream even bigger. I was telling people that I had a dream about a childhood friend that I found out later on had died. And I'm like, what? When? How? You know, like you start asking questions like, well, you don't. And the first thing my thought was to send their family prayers. It's like, you know what, let me pray for the entire family, because you know the family, not the whole family, but you know the ones that you met. So let me just pray for them, because I mean, you can't bring a person back, but let me pray for them. Like what? You don't even know what to ask, because some things just seem like it's just too invasive. Like, well, when, who, what, when, where, why? You just go into prayer, back straight and walk away. Sacral chakra cleanse. Somebody has, I'm telling y'all, this couple has a sex demon attached to them. Leave them behind, but you'll be leaving them behind. The angel of prophecy and wisdom are with you. They did something to lower two people's abundance and their prosperity around sex. They played some role in it. It's time to expand your brand. It's all becoming clearer now. Some people, they ain't doing nothing unless money is involved, for real. They do nothing unless money is involved. That's including, and they'll turn right around and say somebody disrespected them to their face. If somebody disrespected you to your face, that's what you got a sword for. Cut them off. You don't even need to talk about that. Somebody said, well, you don't talk to so-and-so anymore? No. No. Something was all for money. So you're letting go and you're letting God. Heart chakra cleanse. You now physically made some kind of a connection. If people start checking their own family members and being like, nah, your mouth is something vicious. You just be saying anything to anybody. It's about time somebody spoke up and said something to you. I was wondering if that was me. You know, family members be busting each other out. Like really, like family members will tell each other, hey, look, the way you be talking to people, I'm surprised somebody didn't check you earlier. Check you sooner. Somebody has two family members that they let people talk to them any old kind of way. So the first time opportunity they get to talk down to somebody and treat people like this, people have been treating them. And like I said, it could be a son and it could be a daughter and a father. It could be a son and a mother. It could be a whoever it is. As soon as somebody say no, I don't feel safe around you, because that's what it really is. Usually people get a dog, they don't feel safe. They like, okay, the dog is for protection. In other words, you're saying, okay, I don't feel safe. I don't feel me. I don't want me or my child or me or my spouse or we don't feel safe around you. When somebody uses those words, respect people's boundaries. They don't feel safe around somebody. Heart chakra cleanse. When a person is comfortable eating by themselves, living with themselves, being by them, they enjoy their own company. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They'll cut anybody off. Literally anybody. Their mama, their daddy, grandparents, whomever. If they don't feel safe and don't feel like their kids feel safe around people, that's a calm conversation. I don't feel safe around you. I want me and my kids, we don't feel safe around you. People get offended by that, that's on them. But you can be checking. I don't think this is you. I don't think this is you. Because I feel like you, whoever you are, you're whole and complete. But somebody said that them and their child don't feel safe around two people. So they must have been picking up on something, like somebody didn't feel nurtured around somebody or something. Somebody picked up on something. And right now somebody is very comfortable being by themselves. That's a very powerful person. That's a person who loves themselves. They'll cut anybody off, literally. When you meet somebody who will cut their whole family off, and they're in good spirits, they'll cut anybody, literally cut anybody off. So that's what I'm saying for you all. I feel like whoever these energies are, Geminis, you may have sat back and watched people enable a particular behavior, but you're